evening, campers. It's me and it's book mail time. I've been waiting for this for a while and it's finally arrived and I'm super excited about it. I reached out to Clifford Lee Sargent from Better Than Food Book Reviews fame, and do you know what, we got in a conversation and I went, hey, recommend me a book. And here we are. So let's see what we got. Oh, it's the wrong parcel. It's the wrong, right, okay. Darn it, I was really confident with that.
75 years later.
I mean, his name's on it this time, but I'm still not getting too excited. Good evening, campers. It's me, Book Mail. I tell you now. Now, before we actually look at the book, that's going to be annoying for everyone to see those lines. To Cliff, I said, hey, recommend me a book, whatever it is, I'll pay for it to be shipped for me. Like, I'm not putting you out of pocket, some random guy. I'll buy this off you. I'll support your channel that way. But I want to do something a bit more than that. So recommend a charity to me and I'll donate. Cliff did mention a charity, and here's a bit more about it, because that's way more important than what's in here.
A very nice guy, a fellow book reviewer here on YouTube named KD Evans from Wales, was wondering if he could support the show, so he wanted to know if he could buy a book. And he also wanted to know if he could donate to a charity. It's very kind of him. I thought, yes, absolutely. And I would also like to tell you about this charity that I mentioned to him, which is for my very good friend, Corey Drayton. Corey is a Portland-based cinematographer who is getting back on his feet after an absolutely hellish, beyond hellish battle with stage 4 cancer. Just about the worst situation you can imagine. A couple years ago or so, he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Terrible odds. I mean, really bad. And then the pandemic hit. Corey is a character of magnificent fortitude. He's one of the strongest men I know. And also, because it's a book channel and it's fun, he was also an acquaintance of Hunter S. Thompson. I don't think we can imagine what that guy had to endure. I used to go and drink with him, you know, tell each other stories and talk about philosophy and culture and everything when my dad was in the process of passing away from cancer. So it was particularly almost like sarcastic and cynical of fate in this really horrific way that that should happen to him. So if you would be so kind as to help a strong man get back on his feet after overcoming stage 4 cancer, only to walk headfirst into the biggest international catastrophe of our lifetimes, I'd sincerely appreciate it, and it really means a lot to me, so, you know, thank you very much. He currently has a GoFundMe up, and you can find that in the description box below. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it. And stay strong, Corey. Love you, brother.
Please give whatever you can to Cliff's mate, because again, it's way more important than what's in here. But let's have a look. We have Blood Meridian, Cormac McCarthy. Isn't it weird? I don't know if I'm like the only person who gets this, but like this was his own copy. Like he's actually like broke the spine. He's read this like exact book, and I find that like absolutely fascinating. And we have a note. Let's read this together. Dear KD and future readers, I said that when I review this, I'll send his copy on. I love doing that. It's like, I just absolutely love passing books on to other people and see where they go. So keep that in mind. I'll keep some people staying on my channel a bit longer. I just think this is really interesting. Obviously, I read his favorite book, Story of the Eye, which was like a little bit of an onslaught, and we had a bit of chat about it. He came across this snippet. Here I think is a good point to give you a poetic rendition of 10 people reading the story of the Eye through Discord. Why? Why is this eggs going there? What is going
Bull testicles.
Why?
Bull testicle.
Think about it long enough, the bull testicles don't seem that bad. Bataille's story of... And we were saying it's a hell of a ride. And actually, before that, I think I first spoke to Cliff when I saw his review of Heliogabalus by Antonin Artaud. And, you know, I'll get it. Yeah, again, this is the one, Heliogabalus. And yeah, I just started speaking to the publishers, and they referenced, where did you how did you hear about this? And I mentioned his review because I studied Antonato, and I think he's like an absolutely fascinating man. And I'd read all of his plays, but I've never actually read any of his prose. So that intrigued me, and I've been speaking to Infinity Land Press for a good while actually, and this review should be coming up. Tears of a Common Small Girl, and what a book, mate. But I think what's interesting is that I don't think I agree mostly with Cliff. I feel as though we appreciate different things in books, and what he finds intriguing I might find mundane, or probably the other way. This is a topic that I keep thinking about, and I ruminate quite often. I get into these conversations quite often, but I'm always interested to see what people really like in books and what people also don't like in books. And it would be interesting to see if Cliff likes anything that I've read. And if you're watching, Cliff, hi, how are you doing? Thank you for sending me this. I want to send you one of my favourite books. I just want to see, like I'm too curious, like to not know bugs me more than knowing that he hated the damn thing. While we're here, because I have no idea what this book is really about, he has done a review. I will link it down below. I've not watched it. I want to go into this like completely unaware, so I'm not going to read the back of it, but let's experience this together. See the Child. I mean, based on that, it's going to be great. Blood Meridian, the actual copy of Clifford Lee Sargent. Let's read and find out.